And good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com. I am Devin Kruger, and with us tonight is high school girls basketball. A little bit of an earlier start as the Clearbrook-Gonvick Bears are in town to take on the Pine River-Backus Tigers. It's girls basketball action in the Northwoods Conference tonight. I'm Devin Kruger, and we welcome you to the Station 371 pregame show. Restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 right on the highway here in Pine River. Grab your quality Cenex gasoline, and they're the only area fuel station with kerosene and off-road diesel. It is Station 371 in Pine River. As the teams are taking the floor tonight, the JV squad for Pine River-Backus got the win 41-31 over the Bears of Clearbrook-Gonvick. Here on the pregame show, we will take you through the team comparison. We have both head coaches ready to join us, and they are going to be part of our pregame festivities as well. And, of course, you can make sure that you stick around, and we're going to have lots and lots of fun. It is the Station 371 pregame show as we get ready for opening tip-off. Clearbrook-Gonvick and Pine River-Backus here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to...
We're back with you here on the Station 371 pregame show. Let's take a look at how our two teams compare coming into tonight's matchup. The Clearbrook-Gonvick Bears have a record of 7-16. They are 5-7 in Northwoods Conference action. They are in the North Division, where they're in third place in the North behind Blackduck and Kelliher-Northholm. For the Bears, averaging 47.4 points per game, 61.4 points allowed. They're coming off a loss on Friday to the number one team in the North, Kelliher-Northholm, and it wasn't pretty for the Bears, unfortunately for them. 100-29 was the final. The Bears have lost 4 of their last 5 coming into tonight's contest. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, they are 13-11 overall, 6-5 in Northwoods Conference action. They're also sitting in third place in their respective division, the South Side, that led by Walker-Hackensack-Akeley, and then Cass Lake being up behind them. The Tigers just finished a gauntlet and unfortunately went 0-5. They are on a 5-game losing streak entering play tonight, but the 5 games they lost were to Cromwell Wright, probably the number 2 team in Section 7, Walker-Hackensack-Akeley, Kelliher-Northholm, Cass Lake Bena, all in the top 2 of the Northwoods Conference divisional standings. And then they're coming off a loss on Saturday, really close one to section opponent Upslaw, 52-51 as part of a girls-boys doubleheader. So a really, really tough stretch for the Tigers, who were sitting really looking good at 13-6, now coming in at 13-11, hoping to get the mojo going in the right direction. Looking at this matchup and these two teams from last year, Clearbrook-Gonvick 8-20 last year, so very close in record coming into this season. We'll talk to first-year head coach Scott Schaefer about that. And for Pine River-Backus, they had a 10-17 season last year, bringing back almost everybody this year, plugging in again. Coach Tucker Shealy has talked about it all season long with our crew. Plugging in a couple of freshmen into that starting lineup, hoping to get some great momentum built up. Only 2 seniors on this PRB roster, 2 seniors that they honored before tonight's game, as they have just 1 home game left, and originally scheduled for Thursday against Red Lake. Right now looks like that's going to be pushed back. Most likely will be played on Friday. We are scheduled to have that broadcast on KLKS Talk 100 Radio and here on yourliveevent.com. Clearbrook-Gonvick, 2 games left after tonight. They are both on the road. 3-game road trip to end the regular season for the Bears. They're at Goodridge-Grigla coming up, and then at Norman County East Hewlin-Hitterdal. The history between these 2 teams, Pine River-Backus is looking for their 3rd straight win in the series. They topped the Bears last year 70-55, won 73-52 the year before that in 2023. That snapped a 3-game losing skid to the Bears in the series. It's Pine River-Backus. It's Clearbrook-Gonvick. It's the Bears and the Tigers. All we're missing is the Lions, but we would be lying if we didn't say we were pleased to be here tonight. Okay, terrible puns aside, it's cold outside, okay? The brains don't function that well. Stick around, more on the Station 371 pregame show. We'll get to our coaches' comments next. We'll talk with Scott Schaefer, head coach of the Clearbrook-Gonvick Bears, and then chat with Tucker Shealy, head coach for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. So don't go anywhere. We're getting ready for tip-off tonight with Northwoods Conference Girls Basketball here on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at hannikininsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
We are back on the Station 371 pregame show for this matchup tonight. Pine River-Backus and Clearbrook-Gonvick. Joining us now is Tucker Shealy, head coach for the Tigers. It's the final week of the regular season. It's kind of hard to believe that, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, it's kind of wild, Yeah, you get to this part of the year and you're like, geez, yeah, how did we get through all these games? But it's been a good season here, and hoping to finish out with a good, strong week.
Well, and you just, speaking of stretches, you just wrapped up a very difficult stretch of games. Unfortunately, the Tigers went 0-5, including a really close loss at a solid section opponent in Upslaw. What are you hoping is the biggest learning experience for this team through that 5-game gauntlet you just went through?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, we had a tough schedule, and we kind of knew that going into the season, and then the way things played out, it was a lot of good teams back to back, and so I told the girls at practice here the other day, I said I think we're the best team in the state that's lost 5 in a row. So we'll see if we can't bounce back. I do think we got better over that 5-game stretch. We didn't have any wins, but I felt like our a little better team chemistry. I think our offense started clicking a little better towards the end of it, and against Upslaw. So hoping that we can do a few things here that we've worked on and gotten better at here tonight against Clearbrook-Gonvick team that doesn't quite have the same record that we played against, but certainly has been feisty and have been in some tough games this year.
When you look at your team, and I know through the year we've talked about the youth on the team, a lot of coaches at this time of the year, that's no longer an excuse. They've played pretty much a full season. How do you feel with the improvements you've seen over the last week? You want to be ready for playoffs. So what are you really liking in terms of execution on the floor along with that chemistry?
Yeah, the last couple games we've at least cut down our turnovers. I think North Home being the exception, they kind of lit us up there. But that was kind of where our youth, I felt like, showed. We we turned the ball over just a few too many times, earlier on in the year against, good teams. And I think, as far as executing, I think keeping our turnovers low is going to be a point of emphasis tonight. And then, really, letting them be players within our offense. We have a pretty structured offense, but it's still don't want to take away their freedom. And when we have the individual athletic matchups, we want to take advantage of those. And so that was the message in kind of our pregame film today, and hoping that we can execute that here tonight.
How about defensively with 2 games left to go before playoffs, and you're coming in allowing 51.8 points a game. That's not a bad number. How do you feel the defense has evolved, and what do you want to see from them?
Yeah, I mean, it's improved tremendously, like I say, over the last 2 weeks in particular, and we played some against some really good individual players, as well as just some good solid teams. And so tonight's going to be play a little bit more straight up. Not going to key in necessarily on one girl as much as we have here these last couple games. I know, number 20 for them is going to be one that we can't let get off. And defensively, I like where we're at. I think the key tonight will be, can we rebound and then get into our transition game. And then defensively, if we can pressure like I think we're capable of, without fouling, I think that's going to lead to some offense tonight, as well.
You mentioned number 20 for the Bears. You won this matchup by 15 last year. This is that one meeting with somebody from the other division in the conference. What have you seen? What do you know about this Bears team and the areas of concern, if there are any?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they're fundamentally strong, and I think it's going to be one of those things. I think if we can get out and run, I think that'll be to our advantage. But they box out well. They're going to hit some outside shots if we don't have hand up and force them into some tougher shots. So our plan will be to pressure them early, see if we can force them into quick shots, and then turn that into offense.
Well, we know this is a big week for a lot of coaches trying to build some momentum here for the final week of the regular season. Excited to be here, Coach. As always, good luck to you and the Tigers, Tucker.
Thank you.
Tucker Shealy, head coach for the PRB Tigers. Join us as we break more on the pregame right after this here on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous reconciliation. At Enbridge, we believe...
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great people. Back with you on the Station 371 pregame show. As join us now is Scott Schaefer, head coach for the Clearbrook-Gonvick Bears. Coach, thanks for some time. Excited to be here tonight for this one as we're rolling into the last week of the regular season.
Yeah, the season's a grind. We've had like 9 games here in the last 3 weeks. We've had 3 games a week, so this is kind of that last week of 3 games before we get into playoff time. So yeah, it's been busy, but the girls have been trying to do their best, making it through sickness and injuries and all that kind of stuff.
You're coming in with 7 wins. You had 8 last year. The expectations coming into the 24-25 season, how do you think that the Bears, that this group has met them, exceeded them? How do you compare?
We've met some adversity this year. I mean, I thought we'd be better off record-wise than we are right now. But like I said, we've had the injury bug hit us about 2 weeks ago. We lost 2 of our starters, and then the other one was banged up for a couple weeks and played through it. So there's some adversity there, but we knew too coming back that it was going to be a challenge regardless, just because a lot of the teams that we play, were pretty heavy in their sophomore and junior classes. But I think we expected more wins. But the effort is the one thing that's improved, I feel like, from years past with these girls. There are a lot of games where we could have just hung it up and left, but they kept trying and working hard. That we weren't seeing that in year 1 and year 2 when I had been at the school there. So as a first-year head coach for this team, I've seen some gains, even though the wins and losses doesn't show it.
When it comes to execution on the floor, Scott, what are some things that you've been pleased with and have seen some of the big areas of growth?
I say from the beginning of the year is the ball movement. They're starting to buy in now towards the end of the year more so. I think with injuries and everything, we've had some younger girls having to step in. So, I mean, they only know kind of the basics of the play. So I think that kind of helps a little bit with, just understanding the concept of play designs and stuff. But even as some of the other girls have come back now from injury, I just feel like they're starting to really understand, the purpose of what offense we want to run and how we want to run it. So that's been actually improving since Christmas break. So I'm pleased with that.
Defensively, I see you're giving up just over 60 points a game throughout the year. What are you trying to do? What does it look like when you're playing defense the way you envision it, Scott?
So what we're trying to do this year, and I was an assistant my first year, then our assistant volunteer the first year, then JV last year. We didn't do any kind of pressing or anything like that. This year we have put in one of our presses, so we knew kind of with the installation of a press we were going to struggle for a little bit as girls want to buy into it and really start understanding the concept of it. So in the first couple games, I'd say first 5 or 6 games, we kind of struggled with it, but now we're starting to come in a little better with just a better knowledge of how to run it, how to prevent teams from scoring. And then we played some really good teams too, like the Kelliers and the Walkers of the world too. So they're going to get their points, and we're a pretty young team, so we're kind of taking our lumps right now. But like I said, the effort from the girls has been great this year, and I can't complain about that.
Including tonight, you got 3 left. They're all on the road. What are the biggest focal points for the Bears to try to finish the season strong?
So what we've been kind of preaching to them at least the last few weeks, we want to be on an upswing when the playoffs come. We want to hit that stride, and we want to be working our way up. We want to start playing our best basketball here the last few weeks. And a big part of that is boxing out and limiting our turnovers. Those are kind of the 2 main bugaboos for our team the last couple of years, is not controlling the defensive glass as well as just not taking care of the basketball. So if we do those 2 things well, we'll be in a lot of our basketball games.
Well, a win in this gym would certainly be a huge plus and a huge momentum builder for this Bears team. What do you remember from last year? What do you expect out of the Tigers?
So last year, actually, I don't think. Oh no, we were here. The year before that we were here, I was not able to make the trip. I remember they did play a good first half against Pine River. And Pine River, had that year for sure was expected to win that game. I think in the second half it got away from us a little bit, but we did play competitively in the first half. And the girls remember that because we talked a little bit about it. I talked a little bit about it with some of them at practice, and they remember that. They were sophomores and freshmen at the time. So I think they like playing in this gym. They like the atmosphere here, and they've already commented how they like the floor and how it feels with a bounce in it and everything like that. So, I mean, that's a good sign.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited to be here, of course, as always, providing some coverage. Scott, thank you so much for the time. Good luck to you and the Bears tonight.
Thank you very much.
Scott Schaefer, head coach for Clearbrook-Gonvick. Join us as we break. More on the pregame show coming right up here on yourliveevent.com.
Viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with number 1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Let's go bowling. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River welcomes you in for a great time. Ask about leagues, including their new Fun Mixed Couples League. Thursday evening starting January 23rd. Bowl to help local heroes at Community Bowl. Saturday, February 22nd is the annual Fire Department Fundraiser Tournament. A 9-pin no-tap tournament and silent auction with proceeds benefiting the Pine River and Backus Fire Departments. Just $35 entry. Open to the public. Call for details or to donate. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River.
And we're back on the Station 371 a pregame show. Parents' night, senior night, a celebration night here at Pine River-Backus High School. Devin Kruger here with you as we get ready for this Northwoods Conference matchup between Clearbrook-Gonvick and Pine River-Backus. Again, the Bears 7-16 overall. The Tigers 13-11. In the Northwoods Conference standings in the North, Kelder North Home at the top overall at 19-3 on the season, 8-0 in their division. Black Duck in second at 6-2. Clearbrook-Gonvick and Lake of the Woods both 3-5, and the Tigers' last regular season opponent, Red Lake, winless in the conference, 0-13 in the conference, 0-8 in the North Division. In the South, Walker, Hackensack, Akeley, 19-4 overall, 10-1 in the conference, 8-0 in the South Division. Cass Lake being a 19-7 overall, 6-2 in the division. Then Pine River-Backus at 4-4, Nevis at 2-6, and LaPorte at 0-8. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups and the opening tip-off as we wrap up the Station 371 pregame show right after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
News, weather, and sports from your community. Look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
The lineups, then hit 7 to get that logo.
Hanneken Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hanneken Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hanneken Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hanneken Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannekenInsurance.com. Let Hanneken Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
And welcome back to Pine River-Backus High School as we wrap up the Station 371 pregame show with our starting lineups. First for the Clearbrook-Gonvick Bears, 7-16 overall, 5-7 in the Northwoods Conference for first-year head coach Scott Schaefer. They will start a 5'7 junior post, Ava Larson. 5'7 junior wing and post, Sarah Eimel. 5'4 freshman wing, Savannah Kumpala. 5'9 senior point guard, Allison Levine. And 5'8 junior post, Jolie Olson. It's Larson, Eimel, Kumpala, Levine, and Olson for the Bears. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, head coach by Tucker Sheely, sitting at 13-11 overall, 6-5 in the Northwoods Conference. They'll start freshman Leah Eveland, junior Kaylee Johnson, freshman Ella Brewer, junior Sawyer Tulinchek, and junior Mimi Bukers. The usual starters for the Tigers, Eveland, Johnson, Brewer, Tulinchek, and Bukers. Clearbrook-Gonvick in the whites tonight and Pine River-Backus in the blacks as we get ready for the opening tip-off here in Pine River. And it's going to be Levine, and that's the player that Coach Tucker Sheely was talking about. Got to make sure she doesn't get red hot. She's going to jump against Ella Brewer, and the opening tip tipped towards the sideline and is collected, and it's going to be out of bounds and is going to go to Clearbrook-Gonvick. So Pine River-Backus will have the possession arrow in their favor. Clearbrook-Gonvick will inbound on the far sideline. And now the officials are getting together, and they might be discussing if there was actual possession and a turnover, because if Pine River-Backus possessed it, then they would the possession arrow would favor Clearbrook-Gonvick, but they're going to say that the possession arrow will favor Pine River-Backus, so it was not a clean possession. That's exactly what they were talking about. Imo will take the inbound. Pine River-Backus looking like they're in a 2-3 matchup type zone. They will hand it off, and it's Levine. Tulinchek and Brewer watching her intently over to Imel, trying to drop it down, tipped into the hands of Olsen, throws up the shot off the right side, and it's rebounded by the Tigers' Eveland. Eveland up the middle to the right side to Johnson, wearing the face guard tonight. Johnson drops to Tulinchek. Drive by Brewer all the way in, blocked, and a foul. Couple of Bears were there. I think they're going to get this on Larson. Let's see if my first guess tonight is correct. It is. Ava Larson picks up the personal. No stats for either club here tonight. Freshman Ella Brewer at the line for a pair. Tigers on the board first as she drops it through. The pinstripe apparel for the gentleman over there in the student section. Nice crowd filing in as Brewer knocks down both. For Tigers fans, again, Red Lake, the last regular season game here on the home floor. Looks like it's probably going to be Friday as Kaylee Johnson tips away a pass. And the Bears turn it over and they get it right back. Good play by Levine to get it right back into the hands. Olsen crosses the timeline with a pass to Imel. She'll give it back to Levine. Tulinchek going to be right on her hip. Tigers trying to put that ball pressure on, forcing the Bears outside and pushed even deeper on the perimeter. Shot clock at 15, and now we're going to have a tie-up as Kumpala tied up with Tulinchek, and with that possession arrow favoring the Tigers, that's another Bears turnover. Coach Schaefer talked about the Bears using full court press for the first time since he's been there. They have Levine at the top of it. Here are the Tigers. They break it easily. Buchers inside. Buchers with the short jumper, and she connects. Tigers a 2-2-1 full court and an early 4-0 lead for the Tigers here at home. And now here's a pass intercepted by Tulinchek. Puts it off the window, misses the layup, and the rebound knocked out of bounds to the Bears. That is a break for Clearbrook-Gonvick. Tulinchek anticipating, stepping in front of the pass. Imel will throw it in now. Levine, ball above her head. Gets some distance to Olsen. Olsen to the left side. Larson cutting down the lane. Lost her footing, and that's going to be a travel. That's already 4 turnovers on the Bears, something that Coach Schaefer specifically talked about in the pregame, that they have to take better care of the basketball, and Tucker Shealy said that he thought the Tigers could put the pressure on. Johnson with the drive. Johnson all the way down the middle, puts up the runner, gets the roll. And Kaylee Johnson makes it a 6-0 start for the Tigers at home. Larson back the other way. Pass tipped away by Buchers, and that's good. That's a good sign for Coach Shealy's defenses. They get it into the half court, but make sure your hands are up. Have those active hands. And sure enough, Buchers tips the pass away of what could have been a potential easy layup. Kumpala takes the inbounds to Levine. Right side, corner 3. Missed it long. Tulinchek rebounds. Over 2 minutes into the first half now. Eveland, quick shot, 3, and this one off the front iron. Offensive rebound and a second chance. Johnson steps into one. She buries it. Johnson with 5 in the early going, and it is a 9-0 run to start for the PRB Tigers. Levine under heavy duress, and we're going to have 10 seconds. Tigers create the 10-second backcourt violation. And they will have the basketball again as Johnson will inbound right in front of the Clearbrook-Gonvick coaches. Tigers won last year by 15. Now Brewer wants 3. That one way off the mark. Tulinchek, outstanding hustle. Sawyer Tulinchek just slipping right around a defender for the offensive rebound, an easy lay-in. And the Tigers Off to a fast start. Again, looking to snap a 5-game losing streak against some really good opposition. Now a pass inside, tipped loose. Olsen collects. Olsen with the shot off the window. Rebound tapped around. Bears get a second chance. Levine steps into a 3 at the top and hits, and the Bears are on the board. Senior Allison Levine with the bucket 3 minutes in after the 11-0 start for the Tigers. Evelyn, a long lob pass, Tulenchek drops it back. Brewer's got an open look, and she answers. The lead right back to 11 for the Tigers. Emily will shuffle it back to Levine. She's under duress, and she is tied up again by Tulenchek. Bears will keep it this time around. 14:36 on the clock. Keeping an eye on other scores, specifically the Northern Lakes boys hockey team starting off their section tournament tonight, Section 6A quarterfinals. The Lightning, the top seed. They are hosting number 8 seed Wadena Deer Creek. And here's another steal by Tulenchek, but the Tigers give it right back. Here's Kumpula. Savannah Kumpula in the lane, puts it up off the glass, little too much on it. Pine River-Backus with the rebound. Up the left side is Buchers. Lane opens. Buchers drives. Buchers shoots. Buchers scores. 4 for Buchers and a 16-3 start. Northern Lakes boys hockey already up 5-0 on Wadena Deer Creek. 10 minutes into the first period. Aubrey Stoskopf, a senior, in for Clearbrook-Gonvick, loses it. Tulenchek another steal. Turnover number 7 in the lane is Brewer, and the freshman misses off the front. Levine brings it back the other way. Long pass up ahead to Stoskopf. She'll turn. She'll shoot on the baseline. This one back iron, no. And Buchers with a nice block out for the rebound. Tigers look to push. Buchers down the middle between the defenders. Up high off the window and in. Mimi Buchers. She has 6 as it's an 18-3 start. 13:30 to go in the first half. Now a pass tipped, and, well, who was the last to touch it? I think a Tiger, and it was. Clearbrook-Gonvick almost gets a break here because they're going to get the inbound right underneath the basket. 18-3 your score. 13:25 to go in this first half. It's been all Tigers right out of the gate. Here's Kumpula with the drive, and the freshman puts it up. No. Rebound, Jolie Olsen. Put back, no, but a foul on Johnson. And that will put Olsen at the line for 2. First foul called on the Tigers. Not a lot of whistles early. A lot of offense for this PRB squad. As Olsen's first free throw is short. Subs in for both teams. Maya Engen, a sophomore, checks in for Clearbrook-Gonvick. Coming in for the PRB Tigers, senior Aaliyah Lewis and junior Ariana Burns. Second free throw for Olsen drops through. And it's 18-4 in favor of PRB. Evelyn crosses the timeline. Kumpla picks her up. Lewis, right side, quick shot. If she gets hot, look out. This one is off the mark on the first attempt. We have a jump ball on the rebound, and that will stay with the Tigers. River-Backus right now mostly looking at a home game next Thursday to start section play. Lewis with a look at the top. This one's down for the senior. Buchers on the assist. 21-4. Up the left side is Engen. Rifles one to Kumpula. Levine pass up the left sideline. Engen far side in the corner. Stoskopf putting up the quick 3. Little strong offensive rebound. Second chance for the Bears. Now here's a 3 on the right side by Engen, and the sophomore hits. 21-7 football score here in the first half. 12:30 to go. Half number 1. Tulenchek down to Buchers. Buchers in, rejected by Levine. Here comes Clearbrook-Gonvick. Engen flips it back. Stoskopf. They work it around to the left side. Here's a quick 3. Kumpula. This one back iron, no. And the rebound on the deck. Lewis picks it up. Lewis up the left side. Don't leave her alone. If you're the Bears, they do. Here it comes. That one's off the mark. And Buchers rebounds. Tigers with another opportunity. Evelyn drops it back. Burns just inside the arc, and the shot is knocked down. Everybody hitting for the Tigers. Already 6 different players have scored. PRB up 13-7, and now as Kumpala splits a double team, a foul called on Pine River-Backus. Johnson will come back in for PRB. She'll replace Tulinchek. Long inbounds for Clearbrook-Gonvick. Stoskov trying to one-hand it and a little too far in front of Kumpala. That's turnover number 8 here in this first half. Tigers have just turned it over twice. 11:43 to go. Pretty subdued crowd as the Tigers rattled off the first 11. Buchers with a nice screen. Lewis pops from the free throw line. Off to the right side. Rebounded Levine. Levine cautiously brings up, and it's rejected and stolen. Kaylee Johnson with the deflection. Evelyn back to Johnson. Kicks it out. Lewis wants the three. This one's short. And the rebound on the floor. Burns, great hustle to Buchers. Buchers with the pump fake. The little fadeaway rolls off the right side. Rebound out of bounds. Tigers will keep it. Larson checking back in for the Bears. She'll replace Olsen. Now couple of the officials are getting together to have a discussion. This might be talk of the shot clock because the Tigers had it, shot clock reset, and then right after a shot it was knocked out of bounds. So I think they were just checking to make sure it is set at 20. As they inbound it, they immediately go up top to Johnson, into the corner to Lewis. Evelyn resets. Burns comes out to the top. Good screen there. Johnson with the drive. Lewis, right side on the wing. Open three, short. Rebound tapped, collected by Stoskov. Up the right side, she'll drop it and leave it for Larson to Levine. 23-7, PRB in front. Between the circles, Engen. Engen with the drive, puts up the runner. No, but a foul. Going to get the foul called on Burns, and Engen will head to the free throw line. Don't forget to stick around following the broadcast or following the game. Broadcast continues with the post-game recap, notes, numbers, and awards. First free throw for Engen, back iron, no. Chulinchek, Brewer, back in for the Tigers. Also coming in is Margaret Crimmins, a sophomore. Buchers and Johnson stay on the floor. Second free throw for Engen, high arcer, and again off the mark. And Crimmins pulls down the rebound. Stays 23-7 PRB. Johnson fires a pass to Tulinchek on the baseline. She will score and get the foul. Johnson on the assist. Tulinchek the and one as the Tigers attack quickly. Foul will be number 1 on Aubrey Stoskov. Imel's going to come in and replace Kumpala. Tulinchek at the line for the potential three-point play. The junior already with 4 points and 3 steals. Free throws perfect. 26-7. Tigers continue to expand the lead. Bears having trouble with the press. Engen, and she lost the handle. Turned over to Brewer. Brewer up ahead, Tulinchek right back to Brewer. Sweet play by the Tigers. 28-7. And here's another tip pass by Tulinchek. Johnson, Tulinchek, short jumper, no. Offensive rebound, Brewer can't find it, and the rebound tapped out to Clearbrook-Gonvick. Launching it up ahead. Stoskov ahead of the pack, and she will miss the layup on the other end. Tulinchek collects. Tulinchek down the left side. Tulinchek kicks it out to Brewer for the triple shot. It's a little short, and the rebound on the far side picked up by Engen, and a timeout called by Clearbrook-Gonvick. With 9:45 to go in this first half, it's all Tigers 28-7. This is girls basketball on YourLiveEvent.com.
Question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. and school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters. Great.
Back with you, Devin Kruger with you as the Clearbrook-Gonvick Bears take a timeout. They are having trouble with this PRB Tigers squad tonight. Here's Maya Engen with a drive, and she gets rejected by Mimi Bukers. Bears got the press break successful, but Bukers shutting it down in the paint. On the rebound, Imel, and Imel's rejected by Johnson. Tigers come away with the ball. Johnson on the right side, top of the key. Tigers up big, Bukers with a drive, and Bukers goes past Levine, missed the inside layup. Tigers have missed a few from close range that they'd like to have back. Stoskov loses the handle, battle for it, she scoops it. Good hustle by Stoskov. Imel in the paint, the kick out. Stoskov to Levine, zips it over to Imel. Imel trying to go inside again, now pass tipped away and stolen. That's the third steal for Johnson. Inside, Tulinchek, she will finish. Tulinchek was 7. 30-7. Clearbrook-Gonvick breaking the press with some better passes, and now here's another steal. Mimi Bukers ripping it away. Tigers, Tulinchek from 15, back iron, no offensive rebound. They kick it out. Brewer all alone for 3, left it off the right side. Clearbrook-Gonvick rebounds. The Bears 13 turnovers in this first half, 8:30 to play. Levine traveled. Thought about a stop and pop, but took the extra little step as she picked up the dribble. Tigers will bring Eveland back in. Crimmins will exit. 8:26 to go in this first half that has been all Pine River-Backus, 30-7. Tigers started with the first 11 on the board. Eveland, Tulinchek around a couple screens, looking for a cutter perhaps. Now takes a long 2, left it shy. Good block out by Levine. Clearbrook-Gonvick looking to run. Throws it up ahead for Stoskov. It's off the target. Johnson with her fourth steal. To Eveland, right side. No, but a foul as Engen got her across the arm. And Leah Eveland will try to get her first points tonight. She goes to the stripe. Other girls games tonight. We have Pequot Lakes at Proctor. That on radio coverage of KLKS Talk 100. Keller Northome's hosting Hill City Northland tonight. As Eveland drops in both. Tigers are 5 for 5 from the free throw line here in the first half. 32-7. Imel with it. The pass tipped away and stolen. Eveland gets her first steal. Tulinchek, nice pass inside. Brewer around a defender. Shot up and good. Brewer has 9. Imel, long pass to Engen. Lobs it up to Stoskov. And again, Coach Schaefer, as here's Johnson tying it up. And another held ball as here comes senior Paige Holm into the contest for Mimi Bukers. Coach Schaefer talked about turnovers, and he also talked about effort. He said the effort has been great. And Clearbrook-Gonvick, they switched it up. They're using long passes, looking to press break. But the Tigers have been too much. Now Stoskov finds an opening, misses the layup inside. Rebound is out of bounds. It stays with the Bears. Walker Hackensack-Akeley is up at Blackduck in a big matchup tonight in the Northwoods. Inbounds to Engen. Puts up the baseline jumper. Missed everything right into the hands of Tulinchek. 7:25 to go first half, 34-7. Brewer with a pump fake. Brewer wide open lane, attacks and finishes. Clearbrook-Gonvick got on their toes, and Ella Brewer in double figures with 11. Stoskov trying to drop it inside, knocked away by Johnson, and Paige Holm with the steal. Here's Brewer to Tulinchek right side, running and scoring. Pine River-Backus has scored the last 17 points, and there is going to be another Clearbrook-Gonvick turnover. Olsen is coming in. The Bears trying to beat that PRB press, and it is simply not working for them tonight. I have Clearbrook-Gonvick for 18 first half turnovers. Just under 7 to play here in this first half. Tulinchek, driving kick to Brewer, to Holm. To the right side, Johnson. Holm with the screen. Evelyn, little hop down the lane, puts up the runner, gets the roll. Evelyn's first field goal. And Coach Schaefer is kind of letting the girls try to figure it out, try to keep working on improving. Long pass down to Stoskov. She spins in the lane, lost the handle. Throws her hands up as the Tigers continue to feast. Johnson to Brewer. This time Levine Brewer, the step back three off the right side. Rebound Levine. Levine beating pokes back to the right side. Goes up, fouled by Brewer. Brewers gives a look of, I didn't touch her, but the official trailing that and the way they see that angle, hard not to call a foul there as Allison Levine, the senior, will head to the free throw line for 2. First one on the way and good for the senior. That snaps a 19-0 run by the Tigers. Kumpla back in for Clearbrook-Gonvick. Lewis and Burns back in for the Tigers. 6:09 to go first half. Levine drains both free throws. Still the Tigers way up in this one. 40-9. Now here's a drive by Tulinchek. She gets bumped. No call as Imo came and helped. I thought there was some contact there. Holm lobs it into Tulinchek. Triple teamed. Splits it. Goes up. Tough shot. This time she gets the and one. Tulinchek now in double figures with 11. Foul is on Imo. That'll be her first. Both teams with 4 team fouls now here in this first half. And Tulinchek, another and one opportunity. This one in and out. First miss at the free throw line for the Tigers. Clearbrook-Gonvick gets the rebound, and they promptly turn it back over. That is turnover number 20 in the first half. Tigers hoping to wrap up the regular season with a pair of wins. They have Red Lake most likely coming on Friday. They are just waiting confirmation on officials. That game was on the schedule for Thursday, but it will not be Thursday. Here's Paige Holm underneath. Holm with the shot. No, Tulinchek with a nice pass, but Holm doesn't finish. Olsen rebounds for the Bears. Levine. Tigers maintaining the zone in the 2-3. Now Tulinchek, and that's going to be a foul. Tulinchek tried to tie up Kumpla. And I think that'll be number 2 on Sawyer. Team foul number 5, and it is number 2 on Sawyer. Bears inbound on the far sideline. Engen. Screens running for the shooters. Tigers recognizing, talking well. Burns standing like a statue. Engen crashes into her. She's upset there was no call, but Ariana Burns beat her there and just stopped her cold. Aaliyah Lewis pumps a 3 on the right side. No, Paige Holm offensive rebound and the putback. The crowd loving it for the senior on senior night, Paige Holm. Under 5 to play in the first half, 44-9. Bears back the other way. Engen with it. Levine. Tigers knowing she can't have much room. Engen, who has a 3, pumps one up. That one is off the mark. Rebound tapped and collected by the Tigers. Evelyn. Evelyn down the left side. Drops it back to Lewis. Gets the screen to the free throw line. Tulinchek. Tulinchek drives and kicks. A lot of drives, a lot of kicks, and then the pump fakes. Burns kicks to Tulinchek. Fakes the 3. Burns with the drive, and we're going to get an offensive foul. Imo was down on the block, and Tulinchek created the contact. Even though Imo was kind of shoulder to shoulder, they put the foul on Tulinchek. That'll be her 3rd, and that is only the 3rd turnover on the Tigers. Buchers and Johnson come back in for Pine River-Backus. 4:23 to play in this opening half. Devin Kruger with you. It's 44-9, all PRB. Tigers have dropped the full court press. Stoskov, Larson, down to Olsen. Olsen with the turn. This one rolls off the left side. Johnson rebounds. Tigers have done a nice job. Now a turnover. Rare turnover for the Tigers. Kumpla trying to find Larson and threw it right over her head, and the Bears turned it back over. Bears also electing to not provide full court pressure. Just under 4 to go here in our opening half. Lewis, right side wing, the three, nothing but net. Lewis's second of the night. 47-9. Hanging with it for the Tigers, or excuse me, for the Bears. Crosses over Johnson, stops, free throw line blocked, and a foul. Engen was going to be really upset if that foul wasn't called, and that looked pretty clear to me that Johnson got a piece of the arm. That'll be number 2 on Kaylee Johnson. Team foul number 7 on Pine River-Backus. So Engen at the line where she was 0 for 2 on her first trip, and she misses the first here. Brewer will come in for home, who leaves with a huge smile on her face for the Tigers. They'll celebrate the 2 seniors, Lewis and Holm, after the game tonight. Second one for Engen. That one off. She's 0 for 4 from the line. Tigers rebound. Up big. Brewer to Buchers. Buchers down the lane. Spins. Stoskov. Good defense. Buchers got her own rebound. Between 4 defenders. Throws it up. Left it short again. And Larson collects for the Bears. Engen will bring it up as the Tigers retreat for the half-court D. Engen at the top, free throw line, puts it up. That one way too high off the backboard. And Lewis rebounds. Johnson dumps down for Buchers. Almost tipped away. It was tipped away. Good play there by Stoskov. 5th turnover on the Tigers. Now a pass tipped away. Getting a piece of that one was Eveland. Bears give it right back. Eveland, left side, lobs into Buchers. Buchers with the dribble. Nice fake left, but missed the layup. You can tell she was frustrated. Put a great move. Got the defender to bite completely, but could not finish. Olsen on the other side with a little hook shot over Buchers, and Jolie Olsen, the junior, with her first field goal. 47-11, 2.5 to play in the opening half. Lewis going to take the 3, left side, front iron, no. And the rebound to Clearbrook-Gonvick. Engen firing it down as Stoskov. That's that hustle Coach Schaefer's talking about. They don't get the shot here, but Clearbrook-Gonvick still running down the floor and looking for some transition. Stoskov with the runner. This one all the way around and out. Rebound Engen. Engen in traffic, and she loses it to Lewis. Lewis gets the steal, and Engen a little bit hobbled as here's a 3 by Johnson on the far side. This one is going to be knocked out of bounds. Engen a little bit hobbled as she walks by the coaches, and she got kind of crashed into by Aaliyah Lewis, and she came over and said, I got to come out, and hopefully she'll be okay as she's back behind the bench walking off a little bit. Here's the inbounds. Buchers with the fake again. This time the turnaround is good. Buchers has 8, 49-11 in favor of the PRB Tigers. 1:36 to go in this opening half. Northam Kellier won 100-29 over Clearbrook-Gonvick in their last game. Here's Stoskov for a 3. Brewer trying to save it, but she's on the line, and the Bears will keep it. And the Tigers just about halfway to 100 here in this first half. Inbounding is Levine. Olsen with the little hook shot again, and she connects again. 49-13. Eveland left side Johnson. Tigers have hit 4 threes in the first half. Buchers down the left side, puts up a little off balance shot and hits again. Mimi in double figures with 10. 51-13 as we hit the minute mark for our opening half. Stoskopf on the right side, couple of dribbles, a spin, off balance shot, left it short, right into the hands of Brewer. Tigers looking to push. Brewer up the right side, flips it back. Johnson steps into a three, got it! Kaylee Johnson with 8 on the assist from Brewer. 54-13, Pine River-Backus. Levine back the other way with a pass fake. Well, the Bears now a little less movement on offense. Playing a little one-on-one. Larson at the top, kicks it over to Levine. Levine going to take the three over Johnson. That one misses everything. It's out of bounds to Pine River-Backus with 18 seconds to go in this first half. Fairly quick first half of basketball. Few whistles here and there, a few free throws. Tigers getting a lot of open looks inside and out. Lewis on the right side. Quick three. It's on the way. This one a little strong. Rebounded by Larson. 4 seconds. Levine, three up ahead. Kupla throws it up. It's short. And we go to the half. All Tigers here at home for parents and a senior night. Pine River-Backus 54 and Clearbrook-Gonvick 13. We will break. We will come back with the halftime recap. Right after this, it's girls basketball tonight on YourLiveEvent.com.
Economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Let's go bowling. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River welcomes you in for a great time. Ask about leagues, including their new Fun Mixed Couples League. Thursday evening starting January 23rd. Bowl to help local heroes at Community Bowl. Saturday, February 22nd is the annual Fire Department Fundraiser Tournament. A 9-pin no-tap tournament and silent auction with proceeds benefiting the Pine River and Backus Fire Departments. Just $35 entry. Open to the public. Call for details or to donate. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
Back with you here at Pine River-Backus High School. Devin Kruger with you. It is halftime, and it is all Tigers 54-13 over the Clearbrook-Gonvick Bears. And it started right out of the gate. Coach Scott Schaefer said that he felt as the season had progressed and with his team, he thought that they're getting a little better, getting a little stronger with taking care of the basketball. But that has not been the case tonight against this PRB's swarming pressure defense. Tigers causing all sorts of issues, stealing the basketball, anticipating passes, tipping passes, and a couple times just reaching in with good timing and ripping the ball right out of the hands of some of the Bears players. Tigers started off on an 11-0 run, and it really just snowballed from there. Clearbrook-Gonvick got a bucket, then 7 straight points by the Tigers, a little back and forth. The Tigers really put the distance on the Bears with a 19-0 run. Clearbrook-Gonvick hit a 3. It was Maya Engen off the bench hit a 3 to make it 21-7, and then 19 straight points went by the way of the Tigers. They pushed the lead to 40-7. Then after a couple free throws, it was another 7-0 run by the Tigers, and PRB up big, 54-13. The Tigers are doing a nice job. They really swarmed. I think the pressure defense did exactly what Coach Shealy wanted them to. They got after it. They smothered Clearbrook-Gonvick, didn't give them really any room to operate. Pretty much, for the most part, staying clean. Clearbrook-Gonvick did get into the bonus, and Sawyer Tulinchek did pick up 3 fouls in the first half. The third one was a drive to the basket where she's initiated the contact enough that they whistled her for an offensive foul, and that was one of those that really could have gone either way, or could have been a no call, but certainly nothing against that particular call. Then Clearbrook-Gonvick, Coach Schaefer talked about hustle and effort, and they are hustling. They do have effort. They've tried to break, they've broken the press a couple of times, but the Tigers' defense has been so quick on them that they've thrown up a lot of quick off-balance shots, just basically trying to get a shot off no matter how it looks. And the Tigers have, of course, feasted on that through the first half. We'll take a look at the numbers when we come back. It's 54-13. Pine River-Backus up big here on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at hannikininsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Back with you at the half, 54-13, Pine River-Backus, and the first half numbers will tell the story, starting with the turnovers. Clearbrook-Gonvick, I have for 23 turnovers, 23 in the first half, as compared to 5 for Pine River-Backus. Rebounds are actually fairly close. Tigers 25-23 overall, and a 10-6 advantage on the glass on the offensive rebounds. Free throws, Clearbrook-Gonvick 3 of 8 in the first half. Pine River-Backus hit their first 5. They are 5 of 6. 5 points for Allison Levine, leading for Clearbrook-Gonvick. Jolie Olson with 5 as well. And then 3 for Maya Engen for Pine River-Backus. They have had 8 different players score in the first half. Leading the way is both Ella Brewer and Sawyer Tulinchek with 11. Brewer has a couple of assists. Tulinchek has 4 steals and 3 assists in this first half. Mamie Buchers with 10 points. 8 for Kaylee Johnson with 4 steals. 6 for Aaliyah Lewis with a couple of triples off the bench. Leah Evelyn with 4 points, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And then 2 points for Ariana Burns and 2 points for Paige Holm for the Tigers. A 54-13 advantage for the home team here at the break. When we come back, we'll get the second half started. Pine River-Backus will begin with the basketball and a very big lead. This is Northwoods Conference Girls Basketball on yourliveevent.com.
We're happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Let's go.
And back with you. Devin Kruger with you. 54-13. Pine River-Backus in front. No other score updates to pass along to you with the earlier start with this one, other than Northern Lakes boys hockey. The top-seeded Lightning at home, a 6 o'clock face-off against Wadena Deer Creek, and it's all Lightning. They are about halfway through the second period, and the Lightning lead 12-1 over Wadena Deer Creek. Should they advance to the semifinals, we'll pick them up on radio coverage. You can check out the upcoming broadcast schedule for your live event at yourliveevent.com, or you can also check it out at rjbroadcasting.com. Well, I had it as Pine River-Backus basketball to start the second half. I wonder if they forgot to switch it, so it's going to be Clearbrook-Gonvick starting with the basketball in the second half. Pine River-Backus up big. Here's Kumpula on the right side. Kumpula, Larson, Olsen, Kumpula with a shot. She is fouled. She'll head to the line looking for her first point tonight. Looked like that was Bucher's. Nope, it's going to be Eveland. Eveland on the foul. That'll be her first. Starting five out there for the Bears. Larson, Imo, Kumpula, Levine, and Olsen as the first free throw drops in as she collects her first point this evening. Second one off the left side, 54-14. Starters out there for the Tigers as well. And Ella Brewer going all the way down the right side, blocked by Levine. Her second block. Tigers get another chance at it. Evelyn at the top with the fake. Evelyn with the runner goes off the right side, and the rebound to Levine. Pushes up ahead to Imel. Imel has it knocked out of her hands by Brewer. Now a scramble, and we're going to get the whistle. That'll be the jump ball, and it's going to be Pine River-Backus basketball. Johnson, Evelyn, Brewer, Buchers, Tulenchek, the five on the floor for PRB to start half number two. Johnson works around a couple of screens, lobs it over to Buchers. Buchers looking to drive, lost the handle. The fake. This time Levine's not biting. Here's a little fadeaway, and she gets the friendly hometown roll. That's home cooking right there as Buchers has a dozen. 56-13. Tigers score first. Started the first half on an 11-0 run. Olsen lobs it back out to Levine. Working on the right side to Imel. Looking high post to Larson. Down to Olsen. Olsen quickly triple teamed. Tries to push it back out. Pushes it right to Ella Brewer. Brewer flips it behind her for Tulenchek. That one a little off the mark. Tigers turn it over. Here comes Levine quickly back the other way. Drops it to Olsen on the right side, and she puts it too strong off the window. Gets the rebound out to Imel. Second chance for the Bears. Larson down to Olsen. The little hook shot. That one rolls off, and Tulenchek rebounds. Good screen there by Brewer. First minute and a half gone in the second half. Tigers up big. Evelyn will set up the half-court offense. Hands it up to Tulenchek. Gets the seal screen. There's Buchers, and Buchers finds herself wide open. Levine's behind her. She spins, goes up, top shot, left it. Got it partially blocked by Kumpula. And it's out of bounds, staying with Pine River-Backus. That was one of those where you got Levine behind her. You just gotta go up strong with that and finished underneath the hoop. Tulenchek at the top. Shot clock's at 10. The kick out. Evelyn all alone in the corner, and the high arcer off the front of the iron. Tulenchek wrestles the rebound away, and now here's Buchers for a three. That one misses everything, out of bounds, and it's Bears basketball. And the Tigers will finish up the regular season against Red Lake. Should they, right now, that one most likely happening Friday. Levine steps into one high off the back iron. Buchers rebounds. Here come the Tigers running. 3-on-2. Buchers down the middle. She'll take it all the way herself and kiss it off the glass and in. Clearbrook-Gonvick will go to Goodridge-Grigla and Norman County East Ulen-Hitterdal in their final 2 regular season contests. Eimel has it between the circles. Left side to Kumpala. Larson at the high post, swiped away by Buchers. Kumpala with it. Kumpala drives, kicks it to Eimel. Shot clock at 14. Kumpala on the right side. No, Olsen underneath. Count it and one. Offensive rebound, the putback for Jolie Olsen. Kaylee Johnson there on the foul. That'll be her 3rd. One shot coming for Olsen as Stoskov is going to check in for Kumpala for the Bears. Tigers entering tonight on a 5-game losing skid with a gauntlet of a schedule that they just wrapped up. Clearbrook-Gonvick lost 4 of their last 5 coming in. Clearbrook-Gonvick 7-16 entering play tonight. Tigers 13-11, and now Tulenchek lost the handle driving down the left side. Turned over to the Bears. 3 minutes gone here in half number 2. Tigers led 54-13 at the half. Both teams with a few points to start. Here's a long 2 from Stoskov, feet right on the line, and the air balls that one out of bounds to the Tigers. With a PRB win, that'll be 3 straight for the Tigers in this series in the Northwoods Conference. Would assure the Tigers a winning record in conference play this year. Here's a nice pass to Tulenchek and a shot blocked by Larson. She swatted that one away from Eveland. Levine up the right side for the Bears in white. Tigers in the blacks tonight, and now another steal. Tulenchek on the loose ball. Tulenchek to the top of the key, over to Johnson. Thought about it. Going inside. Tried to dump it down to Tulenchek, and that one tipped away by Larson. You can tell again here in the second half. Clearbrook-Gonvick playing the same way. Hustling, trying to make things work as Buchers gets a rejection. Taking it away from Levine. Tigers hustling down, but they're doing a lot of that driving and not staying completely under control. Here at the big lead. Now Evelyn from way downtown, and she buries it. Johnson on the assist. That one from long distance for Evelyn, who has 7. Back up Stoskov. Here's a shot down by Olsen. That one left well short, and Johnson will pick up the loose ball rebound. Over to Tulenchek. She'll quickly step into a 3. Fun iron, no. Buchers, second chance, trying to give it to Tulenchek. Tulenchek with a little fadeaway, gets the roll. Tulenchek with 13 as the Tigers continue to roll in this one, 63-16. Levine on the other end to Stoskov. River-Backus also has a pretty young team, as there's going to be a travel called on Stoskov. Levine and Stoskov, the only 2 seniors for Scott Schaefer in his first year. Aaliyah Lewis back in for the Tigers. We certainly appear to be headed towards running time once we hit that 9-minute mark here in Pine River this evening. Aaliyah Lewis, who hit a couple of threes in the first half to Buchers. Back to Lewis. Good closeout there by Eimel. Here's a 3 by Brewer. This one front iron, no. Rebound, Stoskov. On the far side, and Tulenchek with another steal. Tulenchek working the right side. Levine with the steal, but Brewer right behind to clean it up. Levine has 3 blocks. Brewer's first bucket this half. She has 13. The lead has boomed to 49. Levine, quick 3 on the other end, and she rattles it in. That's 8 for Allison Levine. Eveland, the Tigers continue to get into their half court quickly. Here's Brewer inside. She will finish with the assist from Tulenchek. Brewer with 15. 67-20. Another 3 for Levine. This one off the back. Evelyn collects. Evelyn pushes. Zips it over to Tulinchek. Pass the fake. Got past Imel. The shot is off the mark short. Tulinchek got a little bit tripped up, I think, on the way to the basket. Levine the rebound. Imel across the timeline. 11:45 to play, second half. Tigers started tonight with the first 11 points, and they never looked back. Olsen, quick turn and shot, left it short. Buchers the rebound, and that goes off the kneecap of Levine. Tigers will keep it as Holm going to come back in for the Tigers. Kumpala returns for the Bears. Evelyn will trot up the middle of the floor. Tulinchek working against Stoskov. Stoskov went for the steal. Tulinchek right by her and finishes. She's got 15. Costly mistake by Stoskov trying for the steal. It gave Tulinchek the quick step, and she was gone. Here's a pass, and there's Tulinchek again. We're going to get a foul, and that's going to be a foul on Levine. Give Tulinchek another steal. That's 3 this half. I have her for 7 in the game. Evelyn will bring it across into the front court. 11 minutes. Evelyn to Lewis. Lewis wants another 3. Got it! Third of the night for Lewis. And we're going to have a timeout by Clearbrook-Gonvick. 10:50 to go here in the second half, and the Tigers continuing to roll. It is 72-19. Pine River-Backus well in front here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River welcomes you in for a great time. Ask about leagues, including their new Fun Mixed Couples League. Thursday evening starting January 23rd. Bowl to help local heroes at Community Bowl. Saturday, February 22nd is the annual Fire Department Fundraiser Tournament. A 9-pin no-tap tournament and silent auction with proceeds benefiting the Pine River and Backus Fire Departments. Just $35 entry. Open.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
We are back in action here on YourLiveEvent.com. Devin Kruger with you. Pine River-Backus up big, 72-19. River-Gonvick had the ball in the front court, got swatted out of bounds. 6 turnovers this half, 29 in the game as Stoskov puts up a long 2. Doesn't get the roll. Rebound tapped around, and Evelyn snares it for the Tigers. Brings it across to Lewis. Looking inside, not there, Brewer. Brewer with the drive. Brewer with the big step. The underhand finger roll is off the mark short. Olsen rebounds. Clearbrook-Gonvick quickly up the floor. Stoskov lobs up to Levine. Thought about the 3. Now throws it inside to Imel. Out to Stoskov. Open look. 3 on the way. Short on the right side. Offensive rebound. Olsen with the cleanup. Olsen in double figures with 10 to lead the Bears. 3 players have 20 of the 21. Now here's another drive, and this time Levine with the help defense forced Tulinchek to let it go early. Stoskov looking to drop it back, dropped it right into the hands of Tulinchek. Tulinchek up ahead, feeding Evelyn. Evelyn with the runner, 2 strong off the glass. Offensive rebound, Tulinchek to Brewer on the left side. The 3 on the way, front rim, no. Rebounded by Kumpala. Kumpala's pass rejected by Tulinchek, but she stepped on the line. Clearbrook-Gonvick will have the basketball as Buchers, Burns, Johnson all back in for the Tigers. The 2 seniors, Lewis and Holm, will stay out there. For Clearbrook-Gonvick, for the first time, we see Miles Eisman, a sophomore. Imel was looking at Eisman. Now she's got it. Thought it would look like she was looking at a quick 3. Now a cutter, Levine, and the pass. Levine got bumped by Holm as she was cutting down the lane, and ball ended up going right by her. 9:08 on the clock, 72-21, Pine River-Backus. Mimi Buchers on the left side. We'll officially go into running time as Paige Holm has it knocked away. Scrambles, ball knocked loose up towards the top, and good hustle by Kumpala. Kumpala with the steal. She will run in for the layup. Her first field goal for Clearbrook-Gonvick. 72-23. Inside, Burns. Burns to Holm. Holm wants three. That one's going to be short. And it's going to go out of bounds to Clearbrook-Gonvick. Tigers led 54-13 at the half. Here's a runner. Levine blocked but fouled. That'll be the number 2 on Ariana Burns, and Allison Levine to the free throw line for 2. Levine, the senior, with 8 points, 3 blocks, 2 steals tonight for the Bears. First one is on the way and in. 72-24. This is where running time really takes effect when they're standing at the free throw line and a good 30-some seconds rolls off the clock. And now we're going to get a foul as trying to come and put some pressure on with Stoskopf, and she fouls Buchers. That'll be number 2 on Stoskopf. Only the second foul on Clearbrook-Gonvick here in the second half. 72-25. Oh, correction. Let me flip that. That was an offensive foul on Kaylee Johnson. Pushing off as she was trying to get loose for the inbounds. Now here's the inbounds to Stoskopf, puts up the runner, stays on the back of the rim and rolls off. Johnson rebounds. Johnson has it taken away by Levine, and Levine will put it up and in. 7-0 run put together by Clearbrook-Gonvick as we roll under 7 minutes to go. This game still well in hand for the Tigers. Lewis looking for a screen. They work it around. They get into Holm. Holm underneath with the shot. Does not get the roll. Rebound tipped into the hands of the Bears. Levine. Levine to the free throw line. Looking. Pestered by Johnson. Out to Imel. Hoists the three. Back iron no. Rebound tipped, and Holm tips it back to Johnson. Johnson up the middle of the floor. Clearbrook-Gonvick, person-to-person defense. Here's Buchers with the drive, the fake, the shot off the glass, and it counts. 16 for Buchers. 6:10 to go, rolling clock. Devin Kruger with you. Tigers put this one away early tonight. Gonna snap their 5-game losing streak and win their 3rd straight against the Bears. And there is another turnover on Clearbrook-Gonvick as Crimmins will come in for Buchers. That probably is all we'll see of Buchers tonight. Exits was 16. Tulenchik had 15. She's currently on the bench. Brewer with 15 on the bench. Crimmins on the right side to Holm. Holm with the shot. Holm off the right side. Here comes Imel. Clearbrook-Gonvick. Stoskopf, left side, no. Rebound, battled for, and Holm with the rebound. Handed it off to Johnson. 5:05 to go. Johnson with the drive and a kick to Lewis. Lewis to the free throw line. Double pump shot. Imel gets the block, and it's out of bounds, staying with PRB. 23 turnovers, a huge story in tonight's game. That was 23 in the first half, committed by the Bears. Tigers took advantage. Crimmins underneath, and there's going to be a foul. Boy, looked like Larson came in and got a clean jump ball. The official saw it differently, and Larson will get called for the foul. She does not agree. Most players don't. Tigers inbound underneath. Shot clock will be reset at 20. Johnson inbounding to Holm. Holm in the middle with the shot. Rolled off the front. Hit the back and just carried over the front. Tigers trying to get the senior to some shining moments here on senior night. Stoskopf on the other end runs into Ariana Burns and turns it over. Burns so disciplined when she hits her spot. Johnson wants 3 on the left side wing. Got it. First bucket this half for Kaylee Johnson. She's in double figures with 11. 77-27 as we're under 4 to go. Here's Eimel in the lane. Eimel going, rejected by Crimmins. And Crimmins grabs a loose ball, and then she is fouled by Sarah Eimel. Subs coming in for Clearbrook-Gonvick. Hayden Wild, a sophomore, will come in for the first time. For Pine River-Backus, freshman Marin Lindquist enters. For Clearbrook-Gonvick, we now see coming in Harper Watney, an 8th grader. 3:20 on the clock. 77-27 PRB. Lindquist to Lewis. Wants another 3. This one spins out. Home the offensive rebound. Kicks it back out to Lewis. Lewis to the free throw line. Puts up the runner. Doesn't get the roll. And Levine collects for Clearbrook-Gonvick. Levine up the left side. Stops up. Defense left her. She'll put the 3 up off the right side. Rebounded by Burns. Under 3 to go. Lewis stepping into another one. This one's going to miss. Just skims the iron and heads out of bounds. Bears basketball as Jolie Olsen will come back in for Clearbrook-Gonvick. She'll replace Levine, probably the end of the night for her. She finishes with a dozen. 2.5 to play before the Tigers win number 14 on the season. And now Clearbrook-Gonvick, a pass to the far side corner off the mark. That's turnover number 34 on the evening. Post-game recap will be next. Recap will be pretty quick. Tigers controlled from start to finish tonight. And that is virtually your recap. Larson lobbing it into Crimmins. Crimmins, and she cannot finish inside. Clearbrook-Gonvick rebounds. Nice pass, though, by Lewis. Olsen on the other end. Olsen with the shot. Back iron, no. And the rebound to Crimmins, and then she is fouled. Entering for the Tigers and quickly backpedaling until she gets the okay by the official. It's going to be Lily Marcus. She'll replace Ariana Burns. Lindquist will bring it up. Final 1.5 minutes here in Pine River. Lindquist will give it to Lewis. Gets the screen from Crimmins. Trying to dump it down. Crimmins, the sophomore, and she is going to be hacked, and she'll go to the free throw line. The sophomore Crimmins trying to get a point here on parent night and senior night. Foul was called on Watney. And the first one in and out. By the time Margaret's done with this free throw, we'll have about 40 seconds remaining. Second one up, and this one off the back iron, rebounded by Olsen. 0 for 2 trip to the free throw line. 35 seconds to go. High lob pass over the intended target, but Larson collects, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Pine River-Backus. Coach Schaefer giving direction. They lob it in. Larson, and she has it blocked by Lindquist. Lindquist with the block. Lewis will dribble it up the right side with 12 seconds to go. Will they try to get the senior home a shot here? 8 seconds. Lewis dribbling out near the top. Goes between the legs. Nope, no. Tigers are not going to attack. They'll let the buzzer sound. They're going to win this one by 50. Tigers snap their 5-game losing skid, and they win their 3rd straight against the Bears of Clearbrook-Gonvick. The final tonight, Pine River-Backus 77 and Clearbrook-Gonvick 27. Post-game recap, notes, numbers, awards, all coming up right after this here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
We are back. Final score here, 77-27. Pine River-Backus winning this one handily, starting off on an 11-0 run, and it pretty much was all Tigers from that point as they get the big win on senior night and a parents' night. It was 54-13 at the half. Tigers outscored the Bears 23-14 in the second half. Turnovers again were a huge key in this one. Clearbrook-Gonvick had all sorts of trouble with the Pine River-Backus pressure throughout that first half. And the Tigers, you got to create opportunities, and when you get them, you have to take advantage of them, and they did. 8 different players scored in the first half. They had 3 double-digit scores in the first half. Tigers' offense was cooking, got shots inside, hit a few from outside, but they really attacked well. And they ride a big win to a big victory tonight. Looking at the numbers of this one, Clearbrook-Gonvick, 34 turnovers compared to 11 for Pine River-Backus. And then in the rebounding category, that was the closest in terms of the numbers. Tigers 47-41 overall, 18-9 on the offensive glass. Free throws, 7 of 13 for Clearbrook-Gonvick, 5 of 8 for Pine River-Backus. Scoring-wise tonight, Clearbrook-Gonvick, 12 for Allison Levine, who had 3 steals and 3 blocks, 10 for Jolie Olson, 3 apiece for Maya Engen and Savannah Cupola. For the Tigers, 4 double-figure scores tonight. Mimi Buchers led the way with 16, 15 points. Oh, I got to count this up. 8 steals and 4 assists for Sawyer Tulenchek, 15 points, 2 assists for Ella Brewer, 11 points, 4 steals, 2 assists for Kaylee Johnson, 9 points for Leah Lewis, 7 points, 3 assists, 2 steals for Leah Evelyn, and then 2 points apiece for Ariana Burns and Paige Holm as the Tigers win handily tonight, 77-27. When we come back, we'll do our post-game interviews with our award winners, and we hopefully will talk with head coach Sheely as well. Big win for the Tigers tonight, 77-27 over Clearbrook-Gonvick on yourliveevent.com.
Food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Here you go.
Let's go bowling. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River welcomes you in for a great time. Ask about leagues, including their new Fun Mixed Couples League. Thursday evening starting January 23rd. Bowl to help local heroes at Community Bowl. Saturday, February 22nd is the annual Fire Department Fundraiser Tournament. A 9-pin no-tap tournament and silent auction with proceeds benefiting the Pine River and Backus Fire Departments. Just $35 entry. Open to the public. Call for details or to donate. Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River.
And we are back. Devin Kruger here with you as Pine River-Backus, the big win tonight, 77-27 over Clearbrook-Gonvick. And now our post-game award winners. We're going to start with our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game. And it is senior night. I'm going to let this it's going to be a spoiler alert. The two seniors are getting the awards tonight. Aaliyah Lewis is starting us off with the Enbridge Award. Aaliyah, a senior night win like this, how does that feel for you?
It feels really good to get a big win on senior night. It's great.
You guys just came through a gauntlet of a schedule.
Yeah.
And you played, according to Coach Steele, you played well, played tough.
Yeah, I think we did.
So a win tonight, what are you hoping that this will do to kind of jumpstart you back here as you end the regular season on Friday?
It just shows us that we are a really dominant team and we can beat anyone.
Coming into tonight, we know the defense keys a lot of things for the Tigers. So did you feel that this was the Clearbrook-Gonvick? Did you feel it was a team that you guys could really hassle with the defense?
Yeah.
So what were some of the focal points? What were those key messages that you had coming into the game defensively?
I just play good defense. I don't know.
Did I stump you with that one?
Get steals and sprint.
Get steals and sprint.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I know, coming in that for you, your role, you come in, and I've seen when you can get hot from outside. So do you try to get a shot off early just to kind of see how it'll feel?
Yeah, I do.
How do you, when you're warming up, do you get kind of a sense if you're on for the night?
Yeah, if I'm making a lot of shots and warm-ups, I know I'll probably be on for the night.
You get to celebrate senior night with a big win, Aaliyah. It was a lot of fun. Congratulations, and we will hopefully see you again very soon.
Yeah.
Aaliyah Lewis is our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game. And now we're going to flip over to our Hugo's Family Marketplace star of the game. Oh, they don't have the logo up there. Got that switched, I thought. Hugo's Family Marketplace in Pine River, where you can find it all and still enjoy the local hometown atmosphere. Remember, every Wednesday, gallons of milk are just $2 for $6. Visit them online for curbside pickup or delivery, PineRiverFamilyMarket.com. Our star of the game for tonight is the other senior, Paige Holm. Paige, congratulations on a senior night win.
Thank you.
You're for the season, it's your last year, it's the last week of the regular season. How much have you enjoyed this year?
It's been great. I get to see my improvement since I was a freshman all the way up till I'm a senior, so it's always nice to look back and reflect.
You have a chance, when you have games and you got your opportunities on the floor, what do you try to make sure you're bringing to the Tigers?
I bring my all every time, just make every second count.
With this team, this is a lot of the same makeup. It's a lot of the same girls back this year. It's a better year. We can see the improvement. What are you hoping this team can put together for a playoff run?
It's looking really good. So, just if we keep doing what we've been doing, it'll be okay.
For you on the floor, where's your favorite spot? Where do you like to try to get your shots?
Anywhere I can, but usually under the basket because that's where I have the opportunity to practice the most.
No, it was great. For you, Paige, how special is getting that chance to be out there and just making sure you end your senior career with a win on senior night, so to speak?
It's really great. I just think it shows not just myself but everyone else how far I've come. So it's just really nice to not sound, but to flaunt that. Yeah. Just to show them.
It's your night, right?
Yeah.
Paige, outstanding. It was obviously great to be here tonight. And, obviously we love competitive games, but when things are rolling like this team is a lot of fun to watch. So, hey, congratulations on a great night and your Star of the Game award.
Thank you.
Our Star of the Game, Paige Holm for the PRB Tigers. As now we got Coach Tucker Shealy coming here, and I'm gonna get the recorder going because, of course, Tucker and I, we talk like weekly.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
That's what we do. Coach Shealy, 77-27. I don't think we necessarily expected this type of a margin, but at both sides of the floor, offense and defense, were so impressive to start. What stood out to you, Coach?
Yeah, no, I thought, definitely our defense led to offense quite a bit in that first half. And so, we're playing at a high level, and I think that just goes to show kind of the competition we played these last 5 games leading into this game. And so it was fun to see us that translate into this game. And, definitely liked our defensive pressure and intensity, which led to some, kind of some fun basketball there in that first half in particular.
One of the things that I caught in terms of how you got the steals is you got them in a variety of ways. You got them tipping passes. You got them straight stepping in front and anticipating. And even a couple times the girls just timed it right and ripped the ball right out of their hands. What are some of the key things that you like to see and that you try to teach when it comes to that press and generating those steals?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely targeted areas we're trying to get those girls to go into, and so I think you saw that tonight. We were able to get them into our trapping areas, and then good ball pressure, which led to quick decisions, which it's hard when you got teams defending you and they're pressuring you. It's gonna lead to quick decisions and turnovers, and that's what we were able to do. So that was fun to see, and did it in an intelligent way, and like I said, it kind of led to some fun looking offense there too.
Well, and what else I thought was fun about the offensive side was how incredibly well your team shared the basketball, especially when you come through the schedule that you just did. How much more importance was that and emphasized for this team to be able to share the ball like that and really make sure everybody's getting their opportunities and getting good looks?
Yeah, I mean, it's more fun for everyone when we're sharing the ball like that, and we've got, a lot of obviously talented players that have some good court vision. They were able to kind of showcase that tonight, but really liked where our juniors are right now as far as kind of anchoring that offense. Mimi Bucher, Sawyer Tulinchek, Kaylee Johnson, and then, Ella Brewer and Leah are playing older than freshmen right now, and we talked about that in the pregame.
Yep.
It's fun to see that, not only in a game like this, but, with the playoffs kind of looming.
Your seniors with Aaliyah and Paige, and we know, I've seen you a few times through the year. Paige gets her opportunities usually, if the margin kind of allows. Aaliyah comes off and she's kind of that sharpshooter. Talk about those seniors. What have they meant for this team, and how have they provided great leadership for these other girls to continue to grow?
Yeah, absolutely. They've provided good leadership, and their work ethic and persistence, over these last couple years has been really fun to be a part of, and to be able to coach those girls has been a real privilege for me. And you can tell, just how they interact with the girls on the court and how they're trying to get them shots in this game. They're very likable girls, and like I said, their work ethic, their persistence is not only going to be nice for them, for the rest of the season and in their sports that they play, but definitely for the rest of their life as well.
And what was also cool from the standpoint is, as a broadcaster, you also have that little bit of fan gene, and to see the crowd get up and the crowd get so excited. Every team seems to have some of those fan favorites, and you certainly have a pair of those with those seniors.
Absolutely, yeah. Paige got one to go there in that first half, and didn't quite get one in the second, but no, she, like I said, it's fun for her. And then Leah gets hot, watch out, and so she got a few to fall tonight. But no, we'll definitely miss those girls, in seasons to come. But it was fun to watch them play tonight.
Well, like I said, the season certainly isn't over tonight. It's a special night because you're doing the celebration for the seniors. You wrap up. You're supposed to wrap up with Red Lake. I know they're trying to finalize one key piece, but they wrap up with Red Lake, a team that has struggled. So, what will your approach be to just try to make sure that your girls can put together another game like this that's not only crisp but can give you the confidence you want going into next week's playoff run?
Yeah, I mean that's the goal, right? Be healthy and play as well as you can leading into the playoffs. So that'll be the focus. Is run our offense like we've been running it here these last couple games, and then use our defense and our rebounding and limit the turnovers, and that along with some free throws is kind of the recipe for success come playoff time. So we'll see if we can get that game in here this Friday, and if not, we'll be ready for the playoffs.
All those pieces look good tonight. Big win for the Tigers. Coach, congratulations, and as always, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Takashili, head coach for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. We will break. We will wrap things up right after this as the Tigers get the victory 77-27 on YourLiveEvent.com.
News, weather, and sports from your community. Look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River-Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at hannikininsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
We are back with you, and it is a final Pine River-Backus 77-27 over Clearbrook-Gonvick. The Tigers improved to 14-11 on the season. They go to 7-5 in Northwoods Conference play. They are assured of a winning record in conference play here for the 24-25 season. And the Bears will fall to 7-17 overall, 5-8 in conference play. Tigers, again, they are looking to finalize one more piece. Red Lake, the regular season finale here in Pine River, originally scheduled for Thursday. They're looking at Friday. Red Lake cannot play on Thursday. They're looking to play on Friday. They're hoping to lock down officials. We get that official word. We will plan on having that for you on KLKS Talk 100 Radio and here on yourliveevent.com. Otherwise, it'll be looking next to the 5A playoffs. Last I heard, Northern Lakes Hockey well on their way to a quarterfinal victory. They're up 12-1 on Wadena Deer Creek, and that was not even halfway through the second period. Keep up with that upcoming schedule at yourliveevent.com. Thanks to all of our Tigers sponsors. Of course, cannot do it without them. Huge thanks. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. As I'm Devin Kruger, we bid you good night from Pine River-Backus High School, where it was 77-27, your final. Pine River-Backus over Clearbrook-Gonvick here on yourliveevent.com. We'll see you again.